Hey guys, we're back here. SBENU SSL Challenge matches. We are about to jump into a ZVZ. It's going to be Dark versus HyuN. Should be an explosive match.
Yeah, ZVZ, we're back, boys. I can't wait for this one. Starting things off on Deadwood.
Ooh, big map. Big map. Really excited to get into this one. I want to see if HyuN is prepared for what Dark is going to throw at him. Was it Dark who got 3-0'd by Life? Or was it Life who got 3-0'd by Dark?
I'm putting you on the spot. It was Life that got 3-0'd by Dark. Yeah.
Kespa Cup, last time.
Last Kespa Cup, that happened. Dark is actually sick in ZVZ.
He really is. And at the same time, HyuN is. You know, HyuN is very, very good in this matchup. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it could go either way. I would give the slight edge to Dark, especially because he's looking really good these days.
Definitely. And HyuN, you know, he only just came back from Home Story Cup as well, mind you. You know, he was overseas in Germany. Big time difference there. It's obviously going to affect you. Jet lag. Yeah. Always a thing.
Well, you know, I feel like HyuN at this point is also very used to that kind of thing. You know, he's not going to be 100%, but he's not going to be at like 50%. You know? He's going to be like 90.
That's
80.
Actually very true. You know, he's very experienced at traveling. He's one of those the Koreans that actually got out of here and went traveling the world for many years. Had a lot of success, especially in WCS-NA. And yeah, he's
looking for that money, Moonglade.
Looking for that sweet, delicious esports money that we all desire and work for. He just wins tournaments.
It's
and
dirty,
makes it.
dirty.
Is it dirty?
Dirty money, man. We're grabbing it.
I'd still eat it, man.
You eat it?
It's lovely.
No, Moonglade, you're not supposed to eat the money. You have to spend it.
This is something different.
New concept to you?
New concept, Valdez.
Well, now I understand.
Now you understand.
Where all your money's gone.
Why I'm on the streets, Valdez.
Oh, man.
Well, here's Dark, and I mean, Dark his career speaks for itself. He has just had so much success.
Yeah, he's looking really good. You could even tell by the percents here. Season 1 doing fantastically. Same in Season 2. I think he got knocked down round of 8. I'm not exactly sure about that, but you know, doing decently well in the last season and looking to take some names this time.
Well, here's the challenger, HyuN. You don't often get to see this guy in the individual leagues over here in Korea, but I mean, look at that list of achievements. He's been around since the beginning. He's been on a lot of teams, and he's been to a lot of international tournaments.
This guy lost 2 best-of-3 series to San. Kind of an interesting stat there. He made it through actually in the wild card, defeating Yonghwa, Cure, and Hush, all in 2-1 best-of-3 series. So there you go. He just barely made it through, but he's here. Let's see what he can do.
Well, ZVZ, just about anything can happen. It's a very build-oriented sort of matchup. You can get ahead very early, very easily, if your opponent makes the wrong choice. It's going to be interesting to see how he's going to play on Deadwing to start things off. You know, much bigger map. Still, a lot of aggression can occur, but he's got a little bit more time.
Yep. The thing we saw out of HyuN in his series against Lacera last season was just ultra preparedness. He came in with huge builds that he had prepared from, you know, the weeks before once he had figured out the matchup. And I would expect some of the same here today. Dark does have a tendency to get a bit cocky at times. I hope he does not bring that into the series. I hope he does not underrate HyuN here, because it's going to be, you know, not a bad opponent here.
That's right. And here's a look at the map list. We are going to have 5 maps: Deadwing, Echo, Iron Fortress, Expedition Lost, and Coda.
Cactus Valley being eliminated by Dark, doesn't want to play on the biggest map we got with the most spawns.
That's right. Yeah, that makes sense. But you know, Iron Fortress getting through as well. Also a pretty big map. Expedition Lost, pretty messy map for ZVZ because of that ice in the back door. You can get really out of position, and a lot of harassment can occur. A lot easier from roaches. But I'm excited to start things off on Deadwing there. You know, this is a big map. I want to see some juicy roach balls slam into each other, Valdez.
Roaches versus roaches.
Roaches versus roaches.
Roaches on roaches. That's what Moonlade's into.
All day long, Valdez.
Oh, yeah.
If that's all I had to cost, I would be a happy man.
Well, you're going to be a happy man tonight, Moonlade, at least in this series. We're going into Deadwing, guys. set number 1. The countdown has begun. Let's jump into it now. Down here in the bottom left, in the blue, from SK Telecom T1, it is Dark.
And up here in the top left, a familiar face, HyuN from Team Rocat. Been a while, but it's good to see him back in the Challenger.
HyuN is an 88er, born in the year 88.
Is he really?
Yep.
Wow.
Him and Bomber, I think, up there with some of the oldest pro gamers.
Yeah, still not as old as me though, Valdez.
Yep. Not as old as Tasteless and Artosis. Older than I am.
Yes, you're very young actually.
I'm still just a kid. Sorry guys.
You're a boy. It's okay.
Yeah. Me and Wolf holding down the fort. The young casters also. Nathanius. I think Nathanius is 92.
He's very young, yeah. It's one of those young whippersnappers.
Yeah.
Everyone's just so young, Valdez.
Is that okay, Mingli? Is that okay?
No, it's not okay.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
We're fine.
I'm Grandpa Glade.
Grandpa Glade. Hey there.
Man, the audience. Unfortunately for Star League, we don't seem to give out those headsets for the English broadcast. Not sure why, but it's just been a thing we've noticed over the last couple of seasons here. It's not a thing.
Bit of a interesting occurrence.
Bit disappointing.
You know, they have it somewhere here in the studio. They just decided not to for the SSL.
Well, you know,
it's like this is only for Pro League.
This is only for Koreans in the next arena.
They keep it locked up whenever a different tournament is being played.
Have to enjoy the Korean cast, or you shouldn't be there.
Interesting idea, Mingli.
Could be. You know, it's hard to actually pinpoint exactly what's wrong in that sort of situation.
Well, going into the builds here, both players do have the hats first, but Dark taking a bit of a faster pool, just deciding to play it a bit safer here against HyuN, even on this big map. HyuN, though, going pretty greedy. I think he went for 2 drones and then the pool and then the very fast gas right away.
It's actually pretty hot in here, guys. Try wearing a vest and a long sleeve shirt and a tie.
And a tie, yeah. And the tie is like a, how would you describe this tie? It's like a felt tie. It's like someone knitted it. Someone's grandma over here knitted these ties.
It is kind of that sort of tie, very thick winter tie.
Yeah,
that they have us wearing here.
Keeps us nice and warm, and cozy.
Yeah,
on the desk.
I really appreciate that.
Under the bright lights.
Well, interesting. Really you know that we are seeing Dark go for this gasless expand style. This is more of a style that you'd expect from HyuN. HyuN, he loves his roach styles, he loves his mass roaches, and he loves going for the gasless builds. But it kind of came out of fashion a little while ago. We haven't seen it as much these days. Still, regardless, Dark decides to go for it, and he goes for that little bit later of a double gas around it's like the 4:30 mark.
Why do you think Dark, or rather HyuN in this case, you were saying that he really likes that gasless style. Why do you think he goes for it this time on this map against Dark?
You mean Dark goes for that style against HyuN?
Or no, why does HyuN go for that style against Dark? Like, why is HyuN going for the gas here when he doesn't normally go for that?
Well, it seems like he wants to apply pressure. It is a much bigger map, so it looks like he wants to secure that third base very easily. And the easiest way to do that is get link speed out nice and early, take map control, apply the pressure to your opponent, and expand behind it. It means, obviously, you know, roaches will come a little bit later than you want. Upgrades will come a little bit later. You've invested 100 gas into the swing upgrades. It's going to only really serve you a purpose to a point. In the mid-game, they pretty much become redundant if roaches are out in the map. Because, you know, the roach upgrades will mean they can two-shot lanes, so it will never be that efficient.
That was a fantastic scout, by the way, from Dark. He gets to see the speed being researched there, sees that HyuN is, in fact, continuing to mine that gas. Whereas HyuN, the only thing he knows so far is that Dark is on 2 bases. Dark was very meticulous with getting his queens in the right area, right when those 2 first slow lanes tried to go for the scout.
Yeah, great SimCity there. 3 queens are going to be more than enough to deny this as well. Dark in a fantastic place. But look at this. Dark is actually secretly massing links behind this. So he started off with that gasless build, and that's exactly what HyuN has expected so far. But with these Banelinks behind it, things could get very dangerous.
Dark is sitting on 26 drones. He is not looking for that 3rd base anytime soon. He's just going to have a massive attack, and he's done such a good job of denying the scouting here from HyuN. HyuN really has no idea what's going on. I mean, he sees 3 queens, maybe he's saying, you know, committing to the defense, but that's about it. And here come the Lings.
Oh, this running on pass as well. And HyuN's going to wake up here. He's getting in a lot of trouble. He's going to start sim-sitting off that natural. He's going to give up the 3rd base.
Yeah.
Try and get out those roaches. 10 roaches on the way.
It's going to be a sick amount of roaches. But Dark, it looks like he does want to go for the front here. Not just that 3rd base, going for that weak building. 2 queens here chipping away at a lot of those Lings. But here come the 10 roaches.
Wow. Beautiful play. And he's actually going to keep going. HyuN's actually going to try and fight this. So many roaches out now. I actually don't think Dark can fight this army.
Yeah, I don't know about this. He is going to take out 1 queen, but here come the Banelings. A lot of weak roaches, but will it be enough? No. He's going to be pushed back, and that was a very unsuccessful attack from Dark.
That was a flawless defense from HyuN. HyuN actually playing an amazing game so far. He made all the right choices there, getting out those roaches in the right amount of time, and all the lava was built up with that natural too, so they all came out there, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
From
really,
here,
really awesome.
Dark is in such a bad place, Valdez. He could not be in a worse place. And that's why we are seeing him make nothing but Lings from here.
Yeah, he has to commit.
Yeah, he's going to go for 1 last all-in.
But like you said before, with this many roaches out and the +1 about to finish, it's going to make it very, very hard for Dark to really put the nail in the coffin. Even this Ling going to get the scout on all of those other Lings from Dark. Sees no 3rd base as well. Knows there's no transition. All he has to do is defend. That's why he's pulling everything back once again to make sure he survives.
Yeah, and this time around, HyuN is going to have +1 range, which means he can 2-shot these Lings as well. Yep. He can completely afford to give up the 3rd base if he wants to, but he can also fight for it now that he has that upgrade.
Yep. Immediately steps out here. Even though there is a nice surround, all these roaches is wasting away a bunch of these Lings. A bunch of Banelings are going to run into the 3rd base and at least take that down, but take a look at the supplies right now. All HyuN has to do is walk across the map, and this game is over. GG. HyuN takes map number 1.
HyuN playing on a whole nother level. He was looking fantastic that game. Really on point.
I'm telling you, man, this guy comes in every series super prepared. When he gets to fight against one opponent, he will watch all of your replays down to the finest detail and just figure you out. He did the same thing against Lucira. And Dark being taken out here. I mean, Dark did a really nice job of denying all the scouting of HyuN. HyuN, you know, was sitting back, but he still was able to defend, like you said, making all the right decisions.